V3.1.1 get fucked in. Headers to the bottom, on the fin like to get back. And be up from it to up, to pick all slash. And 3 feet through my life, and 3 times. But the NML, and 3 feet ain't fine. My nigga, search to the end. My no make sense. Headers to the bottom, but the fin like to get back. And me up from it to up, to pick all slash. And 3 feet through my life, and 3 times. But the NML, and 3 feet ain't fine. My nigga, girl, still at the end. My no make sense.
Welcome back, everybody. It's 8 o'clock on the 4th of September. It is actually a Thursday this time. Welcome back, everybody. So glad you could join me. This is Scuffed Epoch. I'm Drift Johnson. You're watching Latent Space Live, episode 238. Every day at 8 p.m. Don't forget, if you're watching live or if you're watching later, there are links in the description, including a Discord link, a Spotify link, a website link. There's all kinds of links. Check them out and join us. Now, hello Apollonia, giving us some song lyrics, pretty sweet. So you think you're a Romeo, playing a part in a picture show. Well, take the long way home. Take the long way home. Pretty cool. Don Tommaso, hello, says AI is a toddler. Teach it, guide it, and keep it away from the sockets. I would say also don't let it consume all the Sunny D. Furnicar, Battlecruiser operational, liked and subscribed. Now, where were we? And yes, we've got a bit of FL Studio. I'm just finishing the last of the 4th albums. This is the palette cleanser, Empyrean, which is funk with no lyrics. After doing 3 lyrical albums, I was like, I need to get back to basics. So we went back and we did, this is the Biwa's album, I think. I've done a couple of them. I got a lot of different tracks out. So this is the one where we synthesized the Japanese biwa, which is an Edo period guitar, and used that instead of the cowbell. Just as a little challenge, because people say you can't really control it. Some of them, I'd say you can hear it really well in a lot of the tracks, so I think it was a pretty good success, but we turned it into a bit of a theme thing. Full Dive says, hi, how are you doing today? I'm doing great. I just completed the dream. So I had a dream, which was nested markup language, and it's complete, guys. It's complete. We can start using it now. I have to test it all live. So I tested it on one machine. So the big thing is, does it work on this one now? I released portable installers because they're super lightweight. But we're going to get into that in just a minute. So what have we done here? We did Wander, which is a lyrics album with ska punk rock. We did Shadows, which is a new metal album, which mimicked, I think, okay, so Wander was the Wizard of Oz. Shadows, new metal. That one is, oh, sorry, okay, let's start from the top, yeah? So the album called Wander is ska punk genre, and it mimics the structure with metaphorically of the Wizard of Oz. And then Shadows does the same thing in the new metal genre, but it's mimicking Dante's Inferno. And then Ascension is trance lyrics. That one we did with the Seductive Agent, and it is Dante's Paradiso, which is the Journey to Heaven. So then we've done the Wizard of Oz, Journey to Hell, and the Journey to Heaven, but without actually just lifting all of the words. You know, we took the structure and the cadence and all that and the motion rather than the actual words and the substance. We've done this a bunch of times with Narrative Spittoon in the past for writing books and things. And then I have my Empyrean Funk, which is basically the Japanese biwa project, which I never got round to finishing. So 4 albums, 2 of them are already done and they're scheduled for release. I think one of them comes out tonight. I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to push them out. I don't care. They're like, oh, you need to make sure, if you want to make sure you get views, you got to make sure you do a week in the future. I was like, I can't wait a week for it to come out. I'll be making something else by then. So we just released it. That should be coming out pretty quick. Next one on Sunday, and then the following one next Wednesday. So I'm doing like 2 albums a week, I guess, to get the backlog produced and published. Because I hate seeing things just sitting there. But if I'm being real, guys, I was busy working, so you know the work comes first. So yeah. On the app side of things, Careless Whisper 3.1.1 is done. So we're going to take a look at the GitHub for that in a minute. And Careless Canvas is finished. It's complete. So I know yesterday I showed you like the ultimate alpha build, which barely works. But now it's all feature complete. And we've even made an online version that you don't have to install. So, all in all, pretty good. 24 hours from concept to implementation. That's not bad. And the thing is, it's built to work with the Careless Whisper app. So if you have that, you can just endlessly paste things and organize them and then save it all as one file. It's kind of nice. But what are we doing here? Let the Light. It's not Let the Light, it's Lethe. It's one of the names from It's a divine comedy. So let's see, where are we at? Ascension, hang on. I don't want to get stuck, I was in the middle of a flow there. So what we got? We're on... Right. So I got 2 more tracks to go. I can do them later. No worries. Oh, don't forget to delete all of your old tracks. Because if you remove them, he has issues. He loads and tries to find the files that don't exist, and it's slow. I hate slowness. Okay, kill that. Let's get to the main event. Over on github.com/mushroomfleet, you will find all of the repos. Oh, I've already done this, haven't we? Got a new tab. Here we go. So, nested markup language, NML. It's my own custom XML, which adds a few things. So we've got the V2 spec here. It basically adds spatial positioning and visual organization, and also custom relationship connections. So I'm hoping, yeah. So anyway, complex interconnected content, it's a standard. So with that in mind, I built Careless Canvas NML, and I'm going to show you that straight away. So here it is running in Lovable. Let me just see if I can... Do I have the app open? I've got Careless open. I think this is the... Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, it's working. Right. So I have the Careless Whisper app. Maybe we go a bit higher. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So I have the Careless Whisper app. If I open the settings, you can see we have... Look, I'll be honest with you, okay? I built this on version 2. That's why it still says version 2. Superficial stuff was less important. So in 3.1.1, it should be feature complete functionally. So I just, yeah. So start with Windows, I put on. Hotkeys are F1 and F2, even though technically I think it's Shift F2. So that's interesting. That's changed. So I've got to check everything works now. That's what we're doing, basically. Make sure it all works. But we have Whisper Tiny running on GGML, and then we have the API key running. Currently it's got Gemini 2.5 Pro selected. That'll be fun. And we also have the audio notification with Bing. So it does actually say Bing. So it should actually say Bing. If I do that, maybe it'll actually do it. So, oh, where's my keyboard? Oh no! I took my keyboard out. My custom keyboard is gone. What's this? Fernicar. What is this? CW2? Where are the ads? CW2. No ads, I'm afraid. Embrace your hunger, your lust, your desire. The universe is ours for the taking. Everyone's getting extremely poetic in the chat tonight. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort of demo it. So basically, if I just say here, testing Careless Whisper, tell me what I just said. Bing. Careless Whisperer, tell me what I just said. If I Control V and allow it, we get a little thing come in. Now don't worry about this size business. So that's what you actually posted. So I might give it a, you don't have to, it's all optional, but you can give it a title, you can put tags in, and you can select a category, right? So I'm just going to leave it in general, save it like that. Now you have a move tab, which allows you to move it around the snappy grid. Okay. You can also resize it here with the thing. It's a little bit ropey, but you have no idea. I would say 95% of the development time went into the resizing of the resize. For some reason, this was the hardest thing in the universe for him to figure out. But everything else was done like really quickly. So. But anyway, like I said, you can click and drag to move the thing around. We have an infinite canvas. Well, I think it's infinite anyway. And up at the top, we've got connect pages. So we've got relates, explores, leads to, contradicts, supports, questions, and customs. So you can add in your own connection. So say, for example, let's get rid of this so we can delete that. Let's just say, here we go. Yeah, here's a good one. So I'll say, what is the capital of France? Okay, so that is yes to that. Control enter. So what is the capital of France? All right. So I'm going to say that is our question, right? And then I'm going to say, I think, let's see, it says F2. I don't think it is F2 though. I think it is Shift F2. But let's just see what happens. So, are you there, mate? Alright. What is the capital of France? Uh-oh. Oh no, it worked. The capital of France is Paris. Okay, cool. So paste that in. And save it. Move it up. Okay. And so then when I'm in collection, I could say questions or questions. Okay, questions, answers. Leads to, explores, relates, questions. Well, I don't think the Paris questions the question. I'm just going to say answer. Whoops. Because I don't want you to be locked into any particular thing. So yeah, anyway, if we now connect this, it'll say answer, capital of France is Paris. Right, okay. This isn't how I want to use this, but I'm just trying to explain the features quickly, yeah? Now, you can also click on the cog, and it'll go My Canvas Project, so I'll just call this one Q&A Demo. My name is DJZ. It is an example, okay? And these preferences, what I've done is I've made it so it doesn't save anything. Do you know what I mean? When you use this, it's just like a brand new every time. So if I say that save, good. Now if I save this, let's have a look at what it actually made. So it made what's called an NML file, right? So what is an NML file? We need to open a VS Code. Drag it in here. Yeah. Don't worry about that. Oi. Windows. Drag the app. There we go. Everything's bloody black because of the dark modes. Alright. So as you can see here, this is an example of let's just close this. Full screen and zoom in. I'd say that's close enough. Get rid of that as well. A little bit more. Yeah. So it's NML is just a custom XML. Okay, so it's not like completely crazy. It's just XML, but it gives structure, which allows you to know the canvas zoom, where each of the pages are and how big they are. Okay, and maybe some timestamps and stuff. So here we go. What is the capital of France? Capital of France is Paris. So here we have it's multi-page. Obviously at the moment it's super simple, right? But the idea is that we have link from page 2 to page 3 type answer. So it's got data in here which the LLM will understand. And like I say, at the moment it's simple, but I think this might be a way of doing multi-page multi-dimensional relationships between pages of markdown data. So we're going to simulate something more complex with this, because I'm not just going to give you a monkey example like this, but I'm showing this to show what it actually does. So it's giving you, look, the project name with a timestamp.nml, and inside it's essentially just holding, because right now the fact that there's only one line makes it clear what's actually there. Okay. So it's basically XML with spatial information so that it can remember the layout of the grid, but more importantly the relationship stuff where you connect things up. I think that's going to be something interesting. So let me just get rid of this. Now obviously the main thing is Careless Whispers now sorted out. So for example, if I go to Open Router and I say, actually, I want to use Sonnet 4, okay, and then I'll say, what is the capital of France? Be verbose. And we'll get a connect page say Sonnet 4. Don't know if it's going to let me paste. Oh, I'm not sure what. Do you not know what be verbose means? That's funny. Let's see. Information research. I'm not sure what you mean by be the Vados. Is that Dragon Ball Super? Nice. Well done, mate. Well done. Sonnet 4, congratulations. That's a bit of a fail. Shall I try saying it like in a different way? Oh, I know. I'll just not say that. Okay. What is the capital of France? Give me a detailed answer of 400 words or less. Maybe that'll work. He doesn't like my YouTube voice. There's no actual difference. But yeah, he doesn't like my accent. Capital Paris is one of the what? One of the world's most iconic. Okay, I thought it was going to say something else then. So anyway, so I could go connect pages. Sonnet 4 is still there, so I'll hook it up. Move it maybe to there. So then, you know, I've got like two Sonnet answers now. And I could say, hey, look, everyone, this is what happens when your voice sucks. This one up here was actually, what is it? This was, what's his face? So we'll delete that connection, go into connect, and we'll say Gemini Pro, and hook it back up. And the thing is, I think you can already see like what the value. It's basically markdown mind maps for an infinite canvas, but it's totally open source. It just uses paste, so there's no logging, there's no sniffing, there's no data. It's a zero data concept. So this doesn't store your data, you don't log into it. When you refresh the page, it's a new thing. You're literally just going Control V. So you paste everything in here in Markdown format or whatever format. It's super minimal. And then when you save it, it saves it in that NML format. Now, I am thinking about adding in encryption. So you can encrypt your canvas with a key which you could put in here. So that gives you like a little bit more security. But if you want like the ultimate, you know, you want to know, oh, someone might be sniffing this app somehow or whatever. Okay, I don't know what it is you're working on, but we have got the full local version here. So this runs completely locally. Again, it doesn't talk, it's offline. And I guess you could call it like a cheap man's Obsidian in a way, because it's going to give you the most basic ability to like store mind map style, but it's all embedded Markdown. So like I said, the LLMs understand it, the LLMs speak it. And so when you combine that with Careless Whisper 3.1.1, that gives you this ability to have dictation on F1 and then the LLM of your choice on Shift F2. So, and I think this goes further because I haven't done the thing yet. Up until now, we're still just using you're a helpful assistant. Please provide a clear, concise response to the user's voice input. Yeah. So we haven't even max tokens 1000. So we haven't even really messed around with programming, because it could be, you know, we can have custom prompts and presets, and also there's a lot of scope to improve this, because, you know, we've already written all of that stuff, and I'm thinking about building it in, so it would increase what this can do. But for now, it works great. And like I said, if I was doing like research, so I'll give you another use case, right? So here we are, we've saved this, so we can just get rid of it. I want to get a new canvas, just go danger zone. Okay. So we were writing that book, weren't we? No, let's do something from scratch. It's more fun to do it from scratch. So I'll say Oh, I know. Yes. So let's make his next album a literal journey to hell. Yeah. So we did an album where it was a metaphorical journey to hell. What if it was a real journey to hell? Okay. So how about we can write the prompt for a deep research study, which will produce a markdown file, which name will be determined at a later time, where we will put a heavy metal rock band into the shoes of Dante as we go through the Inferno from Divine Comedy. I wonder if he'll even get all that. That was quite a long prompt. Are we going to bing? He's thinking about it. Fernicar says, why am I blind all of a sudden? Oh no, don't say that. Ah, here we go. He's got it. Okay, so this is going to be initial deep research prompt. Okay, and then if I go here, ideas, questions. Yeah, that'll do. Dude, this is crazy. Okay, so we've got our initial deep research prompt, right? So, okay. Now, what else do I might to do? I might want to say, we can imagine our heavy metal band as being on a tour, and they take a different route down a back road as a shortcut, and they enter a portal, and an angel joins them in the back seat of the car, suddenly appears in the middle seat, and he says, we're doing a tour, guys, just keep driving. To give it some crazy background. +1 dark mode comeback. Oh, don't worry, there is dark mode, it's just untested, so I don't want to be like, hey guys, check out my dark mode, when it's like totally screwed. Okay, so this is going to be backstory dash intro. Whoops, I need to actually type words correctly, not ironic. Ideas, questions. We're going to say reference sources. General other. See, the categories suck a bit, but it's just because I'm not used to using it even myself. I only just made this like today. So, oh, look at this. Angel adjusting his robes. Hey guys, don't mind me. We're doing a tour. Just keep driving. Nah, you're not fine. It's interdimensional touring. Wait, what? Your music resonates pretty well. Our metal opens portals. Nice. We've already got a little bit of meta in this. Okay. So let me, like I say. So if I was to say, there's my deep research, right? Connect the pages. So maybe I might want to say, what was it? Lore. So I could make a lore connection from the deep research to the backstory. Whoops, need to actually connect it. Johnson. There we go. So now we've got lore. Now, obviously, it's simple right now, and we're gonna. Well, I may as well just flesh it out, eh? But I think you get the point. It's going to be very quick to build out a super complex situation, and then we can save that and potentially use this. Now, I think that because it doesn't really know what .NML is, it might be giving an issue with some systems, so just rename it to XML, because it is actually XML, but the NML standard defines a few other things, like I say, the spatial relationship between the nodes and then the connection links. So, like I said, we're just trying to do things in like a super simple way, so it's like, anyway. But yeah, like I said, I'm loving this. This is so much better than the old system, because before it was just dictation, but now it's like dictation with intelligence. But yeah, I'm thinking about making custom system prompts for this that does different things. You might think, why didn't you just put the API in here? Because I could just, I could have it, select all of the things and then run the prompts, right? Yeah, I could do that. You could do that. But I wanted to keep this Like I said, it's agnostic right now. This doesn't cost a thing. It's essentially Notepad canvas, but it has markdown support. Do you know what? There's a few things I haven't even tested yet. So let's get back to the testing. So first of all, dark mode. I mean, oh, I've got a custom color for the background. So let's go for a darker. Darker than that. How many C's are there? Not enough. See, I had DB. C lighter. Yellow. Purple. That's kind of cool, whatever that is. It's kind of like green. COCDCO. Anyway, you can set it to whatever you want, basically. You can set the canvas separately to the dark mode. So, like, should we go with black, just for the sake of it, you know? Oh, it didn't work. Did I have to do something funny here? Oh, it's because is it inverted it? Ah, that means I got to put FFFF in. Nope. Damn it. Is it just overriding with DB? I think I can't change it. Yeah, it's just that's what it is. Okay, so there's something that needs fixing there. But there is a dark mode, even though it just changes everything but the background. Oh, 10 out of 10 for dark mode, guys. There is like a color filter, but I don't really understand what the point of it is. It's had it since the start and I never got rid of it. What else do we have here? I think that's everything, actually. I think we've covered it. I mean, obviously we can put like many files, make huge things, but I just wanted to show... Oh, that's a point. Can it do a markdown file with an embedded image? That's something I need to find out. So let me just see if I can steal an old README. I'll have to go back quite far. I'm quite lazy. I never do this. Did I put it in there? Maybe in there. It's a CLI tool. Probably not. Maybe. Maybe. Yes. Right. Right. Copy that. And get back to my canvas. Clear it. Right. Okay. So what was it? This is my segmenter or something? No. It's VO3 Angel. VO3 Angel. It's the README. It's going to be information. I don't see an image. Brutal. Okay, well that's technically an online... What's it doing? It's trying to do something. That's technically an online image, but no embed. Ah, it sucks. I was hoping it would embed the, embed the link and show it. There's a search bar on top of your repos. Yeah, I know, but it doesn't really work because I've got over 200 repos now. So it just shows me code from something I did last week. You know what I mean? There's like, whatever word I type, the chances are it's in every repo at somewhere. So it gets very difficult. It gets very difficult to use. Cross-site permission for images. Yeah, correct. Let's open the console. Oi, go out of the way. Shh, I'm not using the right link anyway. That's the wrong link. It should be a raw link. Yeah, that link sucks. I don't know how it works. It should be raw CDN or something. I think. Oh, no readme. Huh. No image. Huh. Oh. 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 It's not looking good. So, whoopsie. Come on, get cow. Ugh. Ugh. It's being annoying. Alright, I'm not gonna bother. It's a wild goose chase. I just tell him to fix it. It's all good. Right. Q&A demo. No. So what I'm thinking is I'll use it to put together an NML file, which will explain what the hell it is, and then I'll bundle that with the repo and all that good stuff. So, but yeah, this is now not this one. Wait a minute. Isn't there a 3.11? Oh, I'm getting confused because I've got similar version numbers with each of the things. It's 3.11 for the canvas and 3.10 for this. But I feel like I've already got a 3.11 though. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Give me a minute. No, it is 3.1.0. Okay. There's an installer version as well, but it was 200 meg, and I'm like, I don't think it's such a big deal, you know. I figure if it installs, I mean, I'm really impressed actually. Like 73 megabytes to install this now. 73 megabytes. You install it, you run it. Obviously, you need .NET, but most people that have Windows have .NET or can install it quickly, so it's not a big deal. And it's funny as well because at one point somehow it was 630 megabytes. So I've got no idea how it got so big, but I kept working on it. We managed to get it down to 73 megabytes, but there is a standalone installer that I haven't put up yet. In fact, you know what, let's do that. Let's just add it to the release because it's the same version. Oh wait, I already did this. I'll shut up then. I forget about everything. There you go. 71 and 204. So if you want the installer version, you take the 204. If you take, I tested the 73 though. It's the same stuff, so it should be okay. Ha ha ha. But again, 3.1.1 is gonna like change this to I'm probably going to actually take the number away, so it'll just be Careless Whisper. You know, maybe we'll put I think we might just remove the number. It's easier just to remove the number so you don't have to keep changing it. It's like superficial as, you know what I mean? Don't really matter. Yeah. So, but yes. Okay, so this was the Newport Potato Gang anthem from yesterday. And it was written with MC Corny, which was written here. Oh no, it wasn't. Where's MC Corny at? I need to make the inversion. MC Never Corny. This one? There he is. Okay, I need you to, right. Is it just F1 now? I feel like the numbers changed. Okay, right, anyway. Oh, Christ. Yeah, that's why it needs to be shift. You know what I mean? God damn it. It should be Shift F1. Test. Oh, okay. Shift F1 works. Okay, that's weird. Whatever. I'll take it. So Shift F1 then. We can begin writing ENH lyrics nevercorny.md, which will be a total inversion of ENH lyrics corny.md to create a specialized rap lyrics generator, which is the total opposite across every dimension. I'm gonna have to edit that. We can begin writing ENH lyrics never corny. Cool. That actually did pretty good, actually. Like, considering, you know, it's a complex file name. Well, it's not that complex, but you know what I mean. Which will be a total inversion of. Hey man, at least it's consistent, right? Lyrics corny to create a specialized rap lyrics generator as a total opposite across every dimension. Okay, that's good. That's good. No errors. 10 issues, it says. Response was blocked by Corb. Corb? I've heard of cause. Yeah, look, there we go. It was blocked. Blocked by Corb. I'm getting blocked by Corb. Help. Oh no. Learn more about Corb. Cross-origin read blocking. Oh. You can't even embed an image anymore without doing a bunch of nuts. Look at this. Oh, it's to prevent Spectre, guys. Good times. Anyway. Where do they get their toys? See, the problem was I said Newport. I should have said Aberystwyth or something, because Newport is in America. And so it got confused and started making, you know, oh, I'm in Newport, you know, I smoke Newports and all this stuff. So it was like, that's, you know, because rap, it's assumed, oh, it must be America. You know what I mean? That's the biases. You see what I mean? It's like AI wants to make the expected. When you ask it to make the unexpected, it's kind of like you have to tell it, oh, it's an unlikely combination of Welsh singers, like, you know, choir boys, that decided to do rap music. You know what I mean? It's not a likely thing, or it's like, yeah. It's not the norm, and the AI wants to make the norm. So it just went, they must be American, you know? Because if you had to roll the dice, if I said, oh, there's a rap group based out of Newport, if you had to guess, you'd probably say, that's America. Because it's like, you know, an educated guess, basically, right? Has it finished? Nevercorny.md. Copy. Alright, let's do it. I want a new project. I want MC Nevercorny. Here we go. Right. Oh crap, I forgot to press shift. This is why I miss my custom keyboard. I don't have to do combos, you know, it's already set up. Anyway, write me a rap song about victory and also complaining about parking fines. It's never corny, guys. I can't hear the Bing. The Bing's gone. It's weird. Just the audible alert that we had, it seems to have gone. It's remembering where the file is at least. Okay, so what's this? It's a bit too wordy. He's got no vernacular, but then I guess he doesn't know what culture it is, you know? So there's like spoken vernacular, which we're not capturing here. And that's part of it. I wonder if I just tell him to take on the persona of a specific person. Or not a person, but a locale. I'm going to tell him, okay, we can adjust the... We can adjust the lyrics to account for regional slang in the Memphis in the Memphis area. I'm going to say area code. Adjust the lyrical phrasing to include regional slang from Memphis area codes. Let's see what happens. So can we copy that? Copy that. Hey, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Copy that. Now, is this like super hardcore lyrics? I hope not, because they've been on the screen for ages. Okay. What the heck is a junt? Huh. Parking junt pop up. Every time I celebrate, parking junt pop up. 20. He's going on about he's like a winner on the grind and all, but he keeps getting dragged down by these damn parking tickets. This is kind of funny. Listen, mate, never corny. What the duck? Excuse me? I thought we said never corny. Parking time. It's just funny. They say money don't solve your problems, but broke can't solve them either. I got new problems, bougie problems, still problems though on faux nem. What? I don't think I understand that last part. Now I valet park to keep my peace of mind. I want to see that rap video. Yo man, 20 for the tip. Good times. Alright. I mean, it works. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, you have to tweak it and put some rules in and whatever, but it works. Let's do something a little bit more interesting than just lyrics. You know what I mean? Lyrics are fun, don't get me wrong. But I've got them in this chat forever. So yeah, MC Never Corny, everyone. He's like the strange, twisted twin of MC Corny. Maybe we should make like a troupe where they take turns, you know? They do bars. Like... oh dear, the rap battle. Anyway. So we used Studio Seductive for the Ascension album, so that one's going to get scheduled up next. The Crone, that would be the new metal album that's coming out. And I think I just used Lyrics Gen for the original one, so it's like, you know, more complicated. It was funny. The stuff like you imagine just rapping that really fast. But yeah. Probably works actually. It's probably why they're so good. Good at rapping. Okay. So I think it's about, we're nearly time. It's nearly coffee time, so let's see if there's anything else. See, really, it's like, what I want to do is do a narrative inversion setup with this. I want to get everything in the narrative bucket in here, and then connect it all up, save it, and do an experiment, you know what I mean, to see how that works out. We can actually put this away. You don't need that up on the screen as well, by the way. I just wanted to show, you know, how it works. It does tell you and stuff. Oh, there was actually something else about it which I forgot about. Let's check it. Oh yeah, look at this. I'm whited out. Hang on. I need to do it proper. So remember how I was like, oh, I don't even remember if this works. Well, it works. And it even logs, you know, which, obviously there's going to be some weird stuff in here because it, you know, there were already like weird logs in here. But as you can see, we've got logs of all the prompts that we've done, whether it be dictation or, you know, the LLM itself, you know, and what model we used and stuff like that. It doesn't save the audio. It just saves the steps, you know, not the steps, the information that you see here, the text. Yeah. And you can obviously search it and stuff. Can we do cleanup? Let's say 3 days. Nothing else beyond that point. Yeah, it's fine. So the empty entries don't exist. Don't know why, but it had to fill it with blanks for some reason. But yeah, so if I say here, it's given us the metadata. Copy it, delete it, see how you made it. Even if you, like, you know, accidentally clear your copy buffer, it's not like you've lost the thing. It's still, you're still able to go in and get it. And like I said, you just right click the system tray icon. You can't see it because I'm recording on screen too, but it's like, you know, the little hat icon that's down by the clock. If you click on it, you'll see like all manner of things, whatever you have installed, you know. But if you right click on it, you have settings, show app, and show transcription history. So you've already seen the transcription. The settings you've also already seen. It's just this menu. And then the main app is, again, you don't need to see it, but you know, it does tell you the last thing that was done. And, but it pretty much just hides in the system tray. So, it, you know, the idea was zero UI LLM assistant. That was the idea. So, you know, and then this allows you to, you know, quickly paste out the things that you're working with. So it's like a infinite paste scrapbook, but it keeps everything separate. The only thing I do need to do, which is a big thing I just noticed while I was testing it after it was all finished, is this is brilliant, right? This is an oversight for vibe coders out there. So everything works, but check this out. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to make a new line, and I'm going to paste it. Oh! So at the moment, because it's the feature is that when you press paste, you know what I mean? You can, you know, every time you press paste, it makes a new page node, right? Which is fine. That's what I wanted. I wanted it to be able to like quickly spam out the responses I'm getting from Careless Whisper. But the problem, of course, is that if I want to actually edit something in here, I can't. At the moment, I can't. It has to be right when I put it in. I can type and stuff, but I can't do paste because it just wants to create another thing. Yeah, right click. Well, what I'm thinking is I make it so it's like, whatchamacallit, make logic so that when you're in the editor, because there's a state already for when you're opening an editor. When you're there, it disables this, right? The other way, of course, is using a like Control Shift V, but I don't want to. I might want to do that for some other reason. So I'd rather go try to figure out what the state is, and then like hook in some logic so that it doesn't make a new thing, basically. Because at the moment, I bet there's no condition on it. So no matter what you do, Control V, because it's like a core feature, isn't it? Control V makes a new page node. It should be doing it at the mouse pointer as well, and it's not. It does it like here, wherever here is, always in the same place, which I guess isn't too bad. But like I said, this is like, it says version 3.11, but that's because I developed the initial version, fixed a bunch of stuff, added a bunch of stuff, and like I said, full transparency. In fact, you know what? That's what we're going to do with this. The first thing we do with this will be, how was it made? Yeah, 100%. That's what we're going to do. So I think I've got it all here. I'll have to go to the correct thing. Research. Careless Whisper. Oh, what? Huh. Maybe I don't. But that's okay. I can get it from the repo. So, company Careless NML. And what? Oh, this is the actual. Huh. That's weird. Hold up. There's no documents. That's not like me. And I don't see the Canvas program. So I made the canvas at home. Oh, it's nearly coffee time. The nag is annoying. You might want to get rid of it. That nag? Nag? What, you mean? You mean like asking you to click OK every time you want to delete something? Yeah, you don't get that on the proper app. I'm using the This is the browser version that anybody can just go to careless-canvas-online.lovable.app. So, you know, there's browser security stuff. It won't let you do things without clicking on, you know what I mean? I mean, you could probably take it away, but on the desktop version, the delete nag, yeah, on the desktop version, you just click the delete, you just press the delete key on the keyboard and it's gone. So there are some slight differences between this version and the main version that you have, because obviously you can build it from source. I've given out the full source. That's why I was kind of surprised, because I'm looking at it going, well, where's all the documents? I'm kind of annoyed myself at the moment. Hang on. See, look. Careless Canvas NML. Yeah. And then there's no documents. Documents. I mean, the documents for that one are there, but that's kind of annoying. I wanted to do something. I had a good idea there. Ooh, hang on. Because it's like there's a lot of cool stuff which came out of the workflow, like how it was built, and they're missing. Damn it. And I bet my computer will be offline now, so I can't even get it that way. Ooh, that bites, that bites. Let me check my notes, maybe I can get myself out of this. Nope. I made it too fast. There's no notes of it existing. Okay. Alright, I give up. There must be oh, that sucks. See, normally what I do is I give out a docs folder. See, that doesn't make no sense. I'm sure that I did do that. Ooh, what if I put it in a different folder? Oh well, I guess we'll have to do something else. That's not a problem. Yeah, because, like, you know, how annoying. Right. Yeah, we'll move on then in a minute. We've already covered all this stuff. So, yeah. Move on. So, next project. Speak to Me, version 3. That's what we're going to be doing next. So if you want to grab yourself a drink, it is coffee time. So I'll be right back. Yep. We'll do Speak to Me V3 instead, because I got an idea of using a local model for this one as well. So it could be quite interesting. I don't know what the VRAM is going to be, but it's going to be like, what do you call it? A fork. What can I even fork? I think I can fork my own code. Alright, so for any of you keen guys sitting at home wondering what the hell is going on, we're going to be doing some TTS stuff. So that should be fun. Why is my mouse not working? Okay. Can we get Windows Explorer to work this time? I could have sworn I downloaded it. It's not there. I'm looking at Vibe Voice 1.5B. I'll be right back. How are we doing, ladies and gents? We good? Hopefully this music isn't too loud, because like I hear it at decent volume, so it's like I'll be reacting to stuff nobody can hear. I do worry about that. Anyway, coffee's locked down. We can continue. So we were looking at the Careless canvas. It's just a way of organizing, you know, extremely long content, because often with a lot of the systems they're all a bunch of like interconnected MD files, so I'm just making my own standard for organizing them. It's just XML, but nested. That's what the point is, nested with spatial for the canvas, because I realized that, you know, how am I going to save it? I don't want to just use JSON like Comfy, you know, no offense, but we're doing LLM stuff, so it likes XML better. Always has. Probably, and the reason for that is because it's trained on XML, you know. So, and that's why Microsoft used POML for the prompt orchestration. So anyway, but let's move on. Here we go. So, speak to me. We have a plan here called Speak to Me, but it transforms the Python Gradio, okay, speech, LLM, TTS, right? No API cost. Whisper, and I think it was Whisper Kokoro. Whisper Olama for the LLM, and then Kokoro. That's how it worked, yeah? So it was built on a different repo. So let's see if we can find it. Here, let's use the search. Hang on, search, speak. Go on, find it in one. It found it. Okay, speak to me V2. So this one was finished. We built it. It's done. Okay. So this is local privacy-focused voice assistant, transforms speech and it's into intelligent responses, speech recognition, LLM processing, text-to-speech. Okay, so what does it use? It uses Olama. 4GB GPU. That's pretty good. 4GB GPU? How the hell did I do that? Recommended model is Llama 3. I don't know if that's correct, but sure. I don't think I used that somehow. Whisper, speech to prompt, start recording, stop. See, this doesn't even have a push to talk yet because it's so early. So you have to like click record and then click stop, which is like totally not natural. It's unnatural. It needs to be like a walkie-talkie. Or I suppose to some extent it needs to be like a voice chat, because that's what people are more actually accustomed to the voice chat than they are the walkie-talkie now. I would say that most people probably have never used a walkie-talkie actually, but everyone's used a smartphone. So, but anyway, okay, choose from the models, test the connection, choose the speech output. What speech model is this? Silent thinking mode. weather in Tokyo. Whisper, Olama, Kokoro. It's Kokoro. That's how I got it to be so small. Shit. So actually, this is going to be hard to beat. I don't think there's actually a point of trying to... Yeah, you can't beat that. Because this is the reason why I haven't changed Careless Whisper into Careless Parrot or Careless Parakeet or whatever these... Because a lot of these new these new text-to-speech models, or speech-to-text, I should say, transcription, they're actually massive GPU requirement. You can't run them on a small laptop or something like this. And this is one of the reasons why I've been doing a lot of API stuff, because I want to be able to write tools for people, but I don't want them to be excluded because they have silicon debt. Do you know what I mean? It's like an elite party when it's only on the 4090. And in a way, what we're about to do is kind of that. But what I'm hoping is that a new one's going to come out. So let's just come to their thing, and it'll make much more sense when we actually look at it. So it's called Vibe Voice, and it's quite a popular one. Seems to have dropped off a bit now, so I wouldn't be surprised if something's already beaten them. The horrible thing about acceleration is your competition arrives roughly 2 weeks after you release your, foundation model. So we've got some quantizations now, which is interesting. That might be useful. But because, like I said, at the moment, it's quite big. Well, I mean, it's not that big. Look, let's see, it's like maybe like 5.5 gigabytes. So when I say it's quite big, it's just outside what I call the laptop league. So anything which is under 4 gigabyte, I consider to be in the laptop league. It might not be fast, but it will run, okay? It might not even be good quality. Whisper is smaller. Your voice may never get fully supported since it does not understand it fully. Yeah, that's true, Fernicar, but I think that you can actually just increase the size of the Whisper model. I've been using Tiny. So one feature that I'll be fixing is the ability to pick a larger model, and it should download that model for you to use, but untested, you know what I mean? So at the moment it might be locked to Tiny, but there is a menu, like here we go. Let's take a look. Inside the Whisper settings, you'll see under Whisper you have model size Tiny, which is 39 million parameters, 1 gigabyte of RAM, because I use this on my laptop. And it is actually super... Dragon's Alexa will understand you. Well, maybe we'll look at using whatever he uses. But the thing is, it's less than 1 gigabyte of RAM. That's the trade-off. It'll run on a potato, but it has the ears of a potato. So, like I said, if I was to choose base, recommended. Is it gonna... Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Save. I mean, there's no feedback or nothing. I don't think it did anything. Says base. The base hasn't changed. The size hasn't changed. So I'm not sure if this has actually worked. Let's see. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. And it was pretty quick. I mean, I don't know if it changed. It could be that it just didn't update this. So we've got tiny, base, small, and medium. I mean, which one is the biggest? Tiny, base, small, medium. Obviously tiny is the smallest. But is base bigger than small? I love these naming conventions, man. They don't make any sense. So I could go for medium and see what happened. No, I'll just leave it. It still works. I need it to work. I keep breaking it. So anyway, like I said, we're looking at this. So Vibe Voice 1.5b. Okay. So let's just have a little rundown on what it is. Because, yeah. As a matter of fact, let's do a little thing here. Oh. Yeah. Okay, right. Now, if I just bring that over a little bit like that, maybe. Oh, that's fun. Okay. So let's just say I want to do something proper. Clear it. And I'll say Vibe Voice Project BJZ example. In fact, we'll not say, don't do it there. Put it in here. I'll say research, comma, project. Okay, cool. Let's do dark mode. Alright, DB. Yep, that's good. Can we save it? Yep. Alright, good. So let's just take a copy of this. Oh, that's a point. I want to get the URL with it. Oh, I really do need to be able to type in it, don't I? Oh, well, actually, I suppose it doesn't matter. Hang on. Let's see. Training. LLM is Quen 2.5 1.5b, guys. So you've probably already got it. Don't worry, Dragon. He didn't get the pun. You need to know the keyword. Oh, I don't know. Oh, right. Wait. You're okay. Yeah. I think you just put the male voice on. I think that's the answer to that one, isn't it? And they totally behave differently when they're not supposed to. So, based on a VAE variant proposed in Latent LM with a mirror symmetric encoder-decoder. That's cool. Right, installation usage. 5 voices limited to research. Yes. Okay, so refer to the GitHub. All right, cool. We're on a mission. So do we need any of this stuff? I'm just thinking about it. So I suppose we could have, like, you know, context, what it is. Yeah. Oh, hang on. This has got a bunch of links in it. Perfect. All right, cool. So I'll call this one, what's it, hugging face. Oh, you can't read the text in dark mode. That's great. Hugging face introduction. So this would be info, and oh my god, you cannot read it in dark mode. That's not good. Information research. Save. Alright, cool. Alright, so then we've got ourselves the beginnings or something. Can't bloody read a thing. I'm going to have to put it back to the normal mode because you can't bloody read a thing. Okay, there we go. So, hugging face introduction. Alright. So that's numero uno. So now we're going to go to, and I think, like I said, I think if we scroll down, it didn't include the links. That's another thing to write down. So MD images, no embed, and it was, what is it? It was Corb. Was it Corb or Cord? C-O-R-B. Read block. Yeah, Corb. C-O-R-B. And then also links. So URL not preserved. Yeah. Okay. So that's 2 bugs I got to fix in the canvas. Oh my god, I'm actually writing things. So it said, obviously we grabbed the the models, but I'm interested in the GGUF models. Let's see, highly experimental. It said. So the Q8 is Q8 is down to 3 gigabytes, guys. No inference support yet. So yeah, you can quantize it, Jim, but you can't actually run it yet. So yeah, we'll forget about that for now. But it's interesting because that quantization at Q8, that's in the laptop league. Okay, so and just to put this into perspective, right? This particular tool claims to synthesize up to 90 minutes of continuous audio with 4 distinct speakers. So we're talking like, full-on podcast style with 4 guests or a host and 3 guests or whatever combination. Yeah. So to be able to do that on a laptop is insane. An hour and a half long podcast. So, I mean, how long does that take to generate? That's what I want to find out. As you can see, this is a breakthrough model compared to a lot of the other stuff. Can we zoom in on that? There. I'd say that's a breakthrough there, right there. Boom. Yeah, way above anything and anything. Anything. Output speech length, because they're obviously rating everyone in terms of time. It's time versus the year. So how long can it generate versus progression of time. So 2023, 2024, 2025. Look, we're having a bit of an explosion of stuff here right now. People were talking about Higgs audio, which can't make much, Gemini, a little bit more, and so on. You can read the chart. So what I'm thinking is we head over to the GitHub. And it doesn't exist. Hang on. And it doesn't exist. Don't tell me the thing I want to do isn't available. Microsoft! God damn it. You'll never find it. Oh my God. You'll never find it. What the heck is this? Every time I come anywhere near these guys, they're just like, oh yeah, we just implemented... They're worse than me. ONX extension. Ooh, that's very good. But I shouldn't look at it randomly. So ONNX is an alternative to Safe Tensor, essentially, but a lot of them are actually quantized already. So it's like ONNX. I think it will work on CPU as well. I don't know. Dragon says he needs a coffee. Go get him. Do you know what's happened? They've taken it down. Oh, you bastards. Do you know what? I knew I should have grabbed it. So they've put the weights out and their GitHub's gone. Suspicious. I'm never going to find it, mate. These guys, like I said, they're worse than me. They got 7,000 repos. What the hell? You're never going to find it. Damn it. We could try searching for it. Vibe. Just search for Vibe. Vibe coding workshop. Damn. Maybe they've... Damn. What the hell, man? Hey, what the hell? You got dead links on your... Vibe voice. Okay. Report, code. See, yeah, the link's dead. Oh, they are bastards, aren't they? So that's why there's no... Don't make me do it. How big is it? Not very. Did they give anything out? Quen 2.5. Okay, so as usual, the project I had in mind for hour 2 just got blown out of the water because the code doesn't exist. I can't just make it up. I was thinking about reverse engineering the paper, but it's written in a way so there's no reference to anything. You can't. It's funny. I could kind of be like, oh look, here's the model, but look, you can't figure this out, man. It's too much. It's too much. It's beyond me, that is. I'd have to just wait. I gotta just wait like everybody else. That sucks. Okay, well, it is what it is. I can't just magic into it. Yeah, you can't. It's a shame as well, because so when did they put this up? They put this up ages ago. Did they take the code down after the fact? I wonder if anyone forked it. Oh, really? Oh, really? Dude, look at this. How are there Vibe Voice Comfy UI nodes if they took the GitHub down? Anyone? Blowing my mind, man. Blowing my mind. But who cares? If there's a thing, that's good. So what's this? Fast local speech to text for any app using Faster Whisper. And that's called Vibe Voice as well. Do you think... Oh, look, Vibe Voice cloned. Hello, Microsoft. Right, I'll have that. Why did they take their repo down? Do you know what I mean? Like, why would you take the repo down? How bizarre. Alright, well, let's have a read. So Vibe Voice is a novel framework designed for generating expressive long-form, multi-speaker conversational audio such as podcasts from text. It addresses significant challenges in traditional text-to-speech systems, particularly scalability, speaker consistency, and natural turn-taking. Continuous speech tokenizers operating at 7.5 Hertz. It's interesting to see frame rate written in hertz, but they are audio, guys. Up to 90 minutes from 4 distinct speakers. So we've already seen all that. This is a bit clearer. Voice prompt. So the voice prompt. Wait a minute. A voice prompt? So is this like a round robin type thing? It just keeps going, you know? But it literally says 90-minute speech up here. So we have a collab. Check that out. We open source Vibe Voice Large. 404. Isn't this good? This is good. Notebook error. Wow. Wow. Dude, Microsoft is like running to get rid of this. I'm not even joking. It's been a while since we've stumbled on a project like this. It's kind of why I like Spelunky. GitHub Spelunky. Look, we produced this video with WAN 2.2. Can't see it because they've deleted the whole thing. It's all gone. For more examples, see the project page. Try the collab or the demo. I wonder if that's still gone. Is that gone? Wow. Hey Zeus, welcome. We're just exploring a black hole of Microsoft's creation. You see, they very nicely searched. They gave us this cool tool called Vibe Voice, and everyone cloned it and made comfy nodes and all kinds of cool stuff, and then they deleted it. So I'm just trying to find out what happened. Look, Paperwave has Vibe Voice, and there's 760 forks. Why is that? Because Microsoft deleted the original. Check it out. It's the same one. So this is like, they tried to delete it, and now there's like 100 clones. Kind of interesting, actually. It looks different, though. This one looks different somehow. There's no way that Docker still exists, by the way. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, that's not correct. They've just created See, they've just created an opportunity for hackers to fake these repos, infect the files, and then have people use the unofficial. Do you know what I mean? So they can use the thing. You downloaded it on Pinocchio. Does it still allow you to download it on Pinocchio, though? Because if it might be that Pinocchio was downloading it from the GitHub as well. I don't know. Maybe they had their own version, but it certainly looks like everything was on the GitHub. Clearly, it's a legal thing. They've been like, oh no, we're going to get sued. And they've gotten rid of it. Let me have a look at this other one and see if it's got the same files. This is different. Okay, so, oh boy. Look. Vibe Voice report demo figures. Vibe Voice demo figures. So there's a folder called report here with a technical report.pdf, and now I'm infected. That's how they get you. I don't know. I'm joking. Okay. But yeah, it is interesting. I know. I seem to... Okay, look at this. Vibe Voice Studio. Beautiful voice app. Record or upload to train a voice. Generate speech. Save and download voices. Python. Fork of Vibe Voice. Yeah. Repo was pulled by Microsoft. See what I mean? What pathetic men of no conviction. That's all I'll say about that. Melbamorph Vibe Voice testing, and that would be the Jupyter Notebook. So I'm gonna take that. Vibe Voice Studio. We looked at that. Oh no, maybe we didn't open it anyway. Vibe Voice clone. So that's the clone I found first. Faster Whisper. I mean, my tool's pretty fast, but that could be useful. So anyway, Enemy X has the Vibe Voice Comfy UI. So there's two of them. See, I know my I think I've had Wildminder stuff before. I'll go with that one first. Let's have a look at it. One of his tags is welcome the UI. He's actively updating it. Let's have a look at this bad boy, shall we? Rick Morty, Stewie. Speaker 1, I can't believe you did it again. I waited for 2 hours. 2 hours. A bunch of garbage. Okay, that's weird, but whatever. Flash attention 2. It's basically just like, you know, put a sample of the voice in, give it a prompt, off you go. Doesn't actually say how long it's going to be anywhere. Do you know what I mean? I don't see any length or anything like that. So, you know, because when they say, oh, it's 90 minutes, guys, you're like, how? How did you do it? Did you chain it together 100 times to get that? I don't know. There's nothing here that says how long it's going to be. So I guess, you just put a really long script in? Because we've got LLMs for days. We could have an agent put in, write me a podcast. It's not going to be, that's going to be easy. Probably sound cringe without personality, but, you know, that's something else, you know. It's an extra step right there. Okay. So we have Comfy UI, Vibe Voice. And then we have Enemy X with the Vibe Voice Comfy UI. So I wonder what the difference is going to be. Is it going to be the same? She's got 1.5 billion and large. So, generate natural speech with optional voice cloning, support for up to 4 speakers, voice cloning, yeah, it looks the same. So let's see what he's done with his node. Okay, he's an Italian man. Well done, my friend, well done. He needs more subscribers. He's got 148 subscribers. It's criminal. How does that happen? Dude's making cutting-edge nodes. He's getting good views, though. Might have to start reacting to more of this stuff. So anyway, he's only got one speaker. I'm guessing he's got a multi-speaker node. I'm kind of liking this node pack better. Don't know why. This basically looks the same now. So do you have a multi? Oh, wait. Oh, he loaded from text file, 38 seconds. Okay. Longer it is, the more time it takes. Cool. Speaker, voice, and then we write it up like this. Bracket 1, bracket 2. So there's markup to indicate the speaker. Good times. Get an LLM to do that. I like this node. I don't know why. I mean, it's basically identical to the other one now. Okay, what's this about? Voice training, speech, text-to-speech, multiple voice library, save profiles, real-time process. This is a bit like what I was going to do. See, I don't, you know what I mean? He's already done it. It's already done, guys. What do I need to do it for? Oh, look, it's got dark mode. It's like I did it, but I didn't need to do it because he's already done it. All right, well, sorry. But how easy is it to install? Virtual environment. Okay, that seems pretty straightforward. I mean, configure environment, edit your env. Voice strength up to 4 speakers, play in browser. Yeah, okay, but what's the okay. We got an endpoint situation here. It's getting interesting. That is interesting. Vibe voice MCP question mark? Oh dear, can you even get audio as a return? I don't think you can. You'd have to write it custom. Do I need to write another standard? I guess we could, if I was going to do audio return, I'd probably say base 64. Start there. Oh man. How do you even stream base 64? Use GPU for 10 to 20 times speed. So contributing fork repo. I think what we might do is actually, yeah, let's fork the repo. It seems like it's already solved. You know what I mean? People have already done it now. Sometimes I'll do it anyway, just for fun. But I just built a bunch of stuff. So why don't we have a go at forking it instead? There's a couple more. Let's have a look here. We got the original repo. Fork of Vibe Voice. This was pulled by Microsoft. Beautiful voice app. That's the same one. Yeah, it's the same one. So it is basically this guy. Okay. He doesn't have a releases. So it's going to be full on then. Do we have a thing here? Yeah, we do. So let's take this. And we'll say Vibe Voice Studio Shamspias. Yes. Shamspias. So app. And it'll be reference sources. Go. That'll do. Okay. It's VS Code time. So let's see. We're going to go with a new repo, new open folder. And I'm going to call this one Vibe Voice Studio. Yep, go on, open it. You gotta like get out and push. Any minute now. There you go. He's catching up with me, guys. He's catching up with me. Maybe the computer needs coffee. Alright. It's done. So again, as is tradition, we're going to immediately open the folder and start there. All right, what do we got then? Read me. So git clone the thing, go into the, we're in the thing, create the virtual environment. All right, let's do it. You watch it in a minute. How long till we We noticed a thing. Yes. He noticed. Zeus says this one really piqued my interest. I tried AI cloning, but it was a whole setup training to make it work. Yeah, I know, I remember doing that. It was RVC was the best one for the longest time, but you had to train it. Everything else kind of sucked, but you didn't need to train it. And we've seen all kinds of zero-shot voice cloning things. And this has got comfy nodes, guys. I'm not going to be making comfy nodes. They already exist. Got like a tiny fly going on suicide missions around. Okay. On Windows, we're going to do this one. Maybe. Install Vibe Voice. Right, now again. Ha ha ha. Haw haw haw. So we're going to use the mirror instead. And hope it's not been hacked. Ooh, the capitalization is different. Damn it. He's put it in as a lowercase. Crap, hang on. I suppose I could just change the yeah. Oh wait, but hang on. Vibe Voice fork from the Vibe Voice community. And this one's correct. I'm going to use this one instead. I feel like they're going to be more faithful. Yeah, I have no idea if that's true. Let's have a look. They've got one... Oh. These guys could be just as dodge. What's it say in the issues? Nothing. Okay, what about the other one? Nothing. Okay, well, with the amount of forks that... Because I think this one, he said it's had like 4 forks. Oh, I see. The number of forks is from the original. So this one has only had 4 forks. Alright. This one's had 2. Alright, I'm going to go with the one that had the most number of forks. And I'll just rename it to capital V because the paths will be wrong. You know, it'll be... I mean, look, on Windows it doesn't really matter so much, but I don't want to leave it to chance. So let's just rename this to Vibe Voice, which is what it expects. Okay, so then we now go into CD Vibe Voice. See, immediately there's a capitalization discrepancy. Pip install E. Uh-oh. Do I bleed? Feel the pain, guys. Visceral. Ooh. It's okay. Oh. It's like walking a bloody tightrope. Numpy 2.2.6 coming at you. That might screw everything up. See, this is the thing. It wants not Numpy 2.2. Python Comfy can't run over. Because we have 3.12.9, which can't run the blah 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 blah. Don't you just love it? Python Hell and Sage Purgatory. I don't even want to talk about Torch. Torch isn't that bad, actually, I'll be real. It's all of the Sage stuff that screws it all up. And there's so many of them now. Do you know there's Sparge attention now? Which is like sparse attention, but it's also like Sage attention. But it's Sparge attention. That Torch is exotic. Exotic. Here we are, guys. Thursday night, we're downloading the exotic Torch. For 5090. Are you serious? Oh god, here we go. So it's probably gonna break. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Exotic torch. We got Pydantic, got Pillow, got Pandas, got Gradio. Don't know why we need Gradio, but we got Gradio. Maybe there's a UI. That'd be cool. Oh yeah, there is a UI, isn't there? Oh shit, he used Gradio? Well, I'm glad I forked it. We might end up like reverse. If this works, we might make some changes. I don't know. I don't know how much time we got. Is it actually gonna finish installation, or are we? What are we doing? Right. Okay. He's finishing. He's finishing, guys. You've got to give him time to finish. Problem with me is about 20 to 10 I start looking at the clock going, chicken nougats, chicken nougats. Start getting hungry. I got those breadcrumbs tonight. I'm not trying to make you get hungry and run away, but yeah, it's gonna be great. Blast attendees. Yeah, the thing is, I'm really actually kind of happy about this Careless Whisper stuff, because I've been using Careless Whisper on the side just to sort of on stream and just here and there, and now it can actually talk to the LLM. It's such a big deal, and it'll even run on my laptop. So it's brilliant. I'm having a great time. And the problem I was having was I had like 5,000 because look, I haven't really been able to show using the damn thing because I've been trying to explain it all. But the point is that when you actually use it, have you ever been in Notepad and you've got 100 tabs open in Notepad? So I'm trying to create a canvas to deal with that. So you don't have 100 tabs open. You have 100 pages all linked, and you know, you can like color code them and stuff. And it's just so much easier and organized to do it like that. So it's like a comfy UI of notepads, but every node is a new page, a new thing. So I'm going to have a bit of time actually using it, because I'm constantly developing it. I need to use it to put up real examples. Yeah. Because like I said, I'm like, oh, where's the tab that I had that in? That's gone. That's a thing of the past. You have one file, you open it up, everything's there. It's all laid out like a conspiracy map. So it just needs to be a little bit better, you know, like the next update, I'll obviously improve like the links and the embeds and stuff. It's supposed to have SVG support and all sorts, but I figure some stuff just didn't happen, you know, some stuff just didn't land. Okay, so it seems to have worked. Okay, cool. Pip install requirements. I think we... Okay, we've got to do that. Got to do that as well. What? Wait, what? But the requirements are in the previous folder. Oh yeah, he does say cd ... at the end. Okay, it's fine. I don't want to guess, because it's not my system. Okay, we're good. He did say to do it, I just didn't do it. So it's my fault. Okay, so that's good. And then copy env example, env. Okay. What's that for? Hold up. What's the env for? Oh, so you can change CUDA. Okay. This is pretty cool. This is pretty well thought out. I like this. Holy shit. I'm surprised. Look at that. Load model on startup false. V3.1.1 1.5. That's what we're going to get. Luckily, they didn't remove the bloody model. Okay, I'm loving this. All right, cool. So yeah, we've given it env. There's nothing in there. It's, you know, there's no like API key or anything. It's a local thing, right? But it does mean you can change the port and all that. You do not have a CUDA torch installed. Hang on a minute. Well, we'll find out, won't we? We'll find out, man. I'm just following the instructions, okay? If the instructions hit a dead end, that's not on me. That's the way I look at that. So let's see what happens. Like, we can only follow the instructions. If they don't work, that's a whole other side quest, right? So let's just see what it does. I don't see... Oh. Oh, it's downloading the model again. Where's it downloading it to? No! I don't have any hard drive space. What are you doing? Wait. Oh, it's okay. I got 63 gigabytes, which means that once this download is finished, Comfy won't run anymore because it needs 65. But that's okay. We're not using Comfy at the moment. We can mess around with that another time. So let's let it do its business and see what happens. It's probably just going to crash, but, you know, it's all fun and games. Localhost 8000, apparently. Psh. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. But hey, it could work. It's just a Gradio with a diffuser's pipeline. I've got CUDA, you know. Of course, they wanted to use their virtual environment, so God knows, you know, as Dragon points out. Pip Show Torch. Don't I have to give it the path to my environment, though? I forget. I almost filled 1 terabyte of script, Python, and models on a clean computer. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, it's crazy. I have the same issue. Yeah. Well, apparently it's running. So let's see what we got. Oh. Hello. Upload voice. So select an audio file. Hang on. It's not there. It's going to be in here somewhere. Don't you dare. Datasets. Now, would it be under V audio? Okay, so we got one. DJZ sample 1. Call it DJZ sample 1. Voice uploaded successfully. Okay. Enter your text. Hello everyone. How's it going? Welcome back to the show. And another thing. Ah, Careless whisper. Ah. Explosions. Ooh. Now, how much memory are we using? It claimed to be only 5 gigabytes. So... it's using 19 gigabytes. Really? Hey! Wait a minute. You told me... hang on a minute. You said... was the betting it downloaded the big model when it was supposed to download the little model? What do you think? It's using 19 gigabytes of GPU right now. I know. It's using it to make it faster. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's just going to be faster. I mean, I don't have anything to compare it with. What I'll probably do is I'll try to install this on my laptop next and see if it still runs. Also, I'll take this code. It it might be possible to make it faster. I'm thinking about doing CUDA optimizations like the pan fry build that we did not so long ago. Maybe we can do all of the stuff, you know, vectorize the loops, you know, put it on a multi-thread, all that stuff. Parallel processing, you know, in-out threads, all that stuff, so that it's just as quick as it could possibly ever be. Maybe switch to NVENC. I don't know if that works for audio. I think it does. But yeah, it looks like we got 19.3 gigabytes of something. So let's hear this. What's it sound like? Is it any good?
Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the show and another thing.
Holy crap, that was me. What the hell?
Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the show and another thing.
The intro, it started off badly. It was like, hello everyone, blah, blah, blah. But that bit at the end was spooky. That sounded like me. God damn. Holy crap, it works. Okay, good times, guys. So yeah, there was a little bit of a trick to it because you had to like, as part of the installation, you had to clone a repo that isn't there anymore. But the actual thing works just fine. So I think what I might do is make my own version of whatever this is. Okay, so because look, if they're going to remove the repo, there's no point. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the reason that you have a repo is so that if they update it, you've got the updated version of the code. But if they've removed it, there's not going to be. So guess what? I'll just bake it into mine. And then you don't need to download it. It's not part of the installation anymore. You know what I mean? Or maybe we actually bake it into a proper app, not a Gradio. So I could like take this, turn it into some kind of Electron thing, you know? But I want to look at making it, because the thing is, when you go Electron and React and all that stuff, you kind of cut yourself off from a lot of other things. So what I'm thinking is do it in Python and mess around with CUDA and stuff like that maybe, right? Because otherwise it's like, well, can't I just build this in .NET? Why do I need... Because what do I actually... Think about it. I'm thinking, well, what do I actually need here? You've got a voice selection, which has an upload, record. So you've got a list of voices. You can upload samples. You've got like a voice gallery, I guess. And then for the text input, you can either give it a file or you can type in. And there's like one parameter. You choose how many speakers there are and select the voices, I guess. Hang on a sec. What happens with this UI when we say 4 speakers? Yeah, there's a bit of an issue here. There's no way to select different voices for different speakers. So this is actually partially implemented anyway. I don't feel so bad. See, it's almost like I'm always telling people to fork my code, so maybe it's time I fork someone else's code for a change. Seems like a bit of fun, actually. So if we go back to my canvas, it turns out there's actually a couple of like really important things we need to capture here. So, so number one, numero uno, we need to have a good repo. So this would be a good repo. Right now, just in case it goes missing, I'm going to download it again. I think I already did that. So that would be the studio. And this would be the copy, right? So I'll take 2 copies just in case these go missing, right? But really what I need is just that URL there. So that would be main repo, add link. And then this would be the studio itself. So main studio. And this is a radio. And then another link. And then if I come down to the actual bit, the installation part, 8 gigabytes of RAM it says. I don't know how they work that out. I think it's because it's just a little bit more than 4. I'll just copy this guy's entire, copy all that, copy it all. save like this. Go to here. Plug them in. What's it going to be? This is going to be breakdown of studio and repo. And references and sources. Yar. Go up to there. Get another line. Okay. And then I guess I want to start planning, don't I? I wonder though. I like how he's got the API there. Haha, try quantized voices. Cache voices. Use GPU. Oh, that's performance. Yeah. Alright. So we did it with fast. Yeah, it's the same what I would have done. It's interesting. So if we take a look at our repo, what we've got, look at all what we've got. We've got loads of stuff. There's the app. I'm just thinking, the prompt that I used earlier would probably be correct. I reckon refactor it into React with V3 first. So, okay. We can begin writing a dev team handoff plan named filename.md, which will detail and document with full code snippets and complete instructions, allowing a React dev team to reconstruct the entire project with all the logic and all of the features mirrored exactly, but as a completely new and standalone project written in React. I'm just going to go with that and then see what else I want to type. I think React, I was tempted to say TypeScript V3, but it's like, I don't know if I want to get myself into a whole filename.md. So it's going to be called dev team handoff.md. It's something I've been doing for a long time, but what we'll say is we'll say standalone React version. So the file name is what we're doing, and it's like all context based, yeah. Which will detail and document with full code snippets, and okay, which will document detailed instructions, allowing the React dev team to reconstruct this entire project with all the logic and all of the features mirrored exactly, but as a completely new and standalone project written in React. The project name will be, I don't know, I don't like to just put my name on it straight away, but I gotta call it something, so I'm just gonna call it DJZ Vibe Voice. Even though we'll give credit to the original guy, you know, when it's built and if it works and all the rest of it, you know. I'll put a link to the other guy's repo. Say this was forked from, because I'm probably not going to click the fork button in GitHub. Microsoft missed some steps in approval, so they pulled back. Ah, that's what it was. Time for an AI sidekick for the show. Well, that's the thing, guys. We're in season 2. We got to do something, right? I've just built this whole crazy planner assistant. I think it would be kind of cool to do something like this next. It works, so it's time to come in and start Blasting. Okay. Completely new and standalone project written in React. Right, we'll start planning. Let's start planning. This is so funny because it's it works. Cool. Now we'll use the code to make our own. But that's how it should be. Otherwise, what are we engineers for? Yeah? The last thing Microsoft wants is to be associated with AI voice scams. Is that some kind of joke about call centers? Because the only thing that Microsoft is associated with is AI voice scams. They're not famous for much else these days. What was the last thing Microsoft did that was like in the news other than Indian support scams, which, you know, obviously it's not Microsoft, but, you know, if you said, oh, I got a call from Microsoft today, you would know I meant I had a scam caller. So that's synonymous. You see what I mean? I don't know. What was the last thing Microsoft did? Does anybody know? Was it the Zune? Was that the last thing they did? Was it the Edge browser? I'm talking about something like that was received well, you know, like, oh wow, Microsoft, they just did this thing. It was really good. We all liked it. It was popular and it was trending. And it was Microsoft. I don't know, I can't think. No, I can't think of anything. Oh well. Ended support for Windows 8. That's about. I think that was pretty good. That was a good move. He's still thinking about it, guys. He's still thinking about it. He's got to do some more thinking. Serious business. Broke everyone's Windows with a balked update. Yeah, that was... Yeah, I know, but that's the thing. The only thing they're famous for is, you know, like a disaster. Disaster, fraud, and incompetence. It's not a good look. But somehow they're still one of the top, you know. A free web chat GPT named Copilot. No need to log in. Yeah, true. Yeah, true. In fact, actually, I do have something, it might end like tomorrow or the next day, but I think that Google is doing a special deal where if you sign up to their Google One account or whatever they call it, they'll give you Google Gemini Pro for free for a year. But the deal ends tomorrow or the next day. It may have even ended today. I don't know. I remember reading it and going, oh, that's pretty cool. But then I've already got the higher tier, so I don't get it. I don't get the free thing for a year. I have to pay. I've got to pay $100 a month. But if you sign up today as a new customer, yeah, you can get a year free. I love it. It's all right. Now, if it was Claude Sonnet 4, now that would be a serious competition. Claude Sonnet for free for a year. I'll take it. On the pro tier, though, at least. Otherwise, it's not really... It's already free if you don't, you know. So what's he going to do? I've analysed the Vibe Voice Studio project structure and functionality. I now have a comprehensive understanding of all components from the Fast API backend to the vanilla JavaScript frontend, including all of the things. AI-powered speech synthesis, multi-speaker support, voice library, audio library, and theming. Okay. Key features to recreate in React. So we're just going to do a React recreation for fun. Project overview, architecture, complete system breakdown, blah, 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 blah. The only thing I don't know about is how is he going to do the back end? I guess we're going to be running a back end server that's going to do all of the actual CUDA work. Yeah, and then all we're really doing is replacing the Gradio with a React based. And the reason for that, of course, is eventually you can do the React bundled with Electron and still have the server auto start. So even though you're in Electron, you can actually have a CUDA backend server. And it's running an API, which means we can make an MCP and then we can just have VS Code puppeteer the whole thing. I'd say that's a pretty good direction. That's a pretty good direction. Because there's no way I could run this 100% online because I don't have the GPU. Most web servers don't have the GPU, which means you have to do API. So if I run this on my server, on my, I could potentially put requests from the website to the, but I tell you what, the security would be a ball ache, but whatever. It's doable. There's a route there. It's like there's a lot of hacking going in. A little bit of the jungle overgrowth, but I think with a little slash and burn we can get through. Let's go ahead and have them make that plan. I guarantee, right? This is what happens every time. You get the entire app in one shot. It all works. Every single feature works. But there's one little problem. Like a window opens and doesn't close and doesn't have a close button to close it, for example. Something superficial that doesn't stop it working, but is just an eyesore. So then you go to fix that, and it takes you 10 times as long just to fix that. And that's my problem with LLM coding at the moment. They seem to have a suspicious amount of difficulty with trivial problems. Yeah. That's my problem. Fernicar says free Office Online to complete with Google. Free web chat. Yeah, it is free Office Online. Yeah, true. Yeah, true. To compete with Google. Yeah, but when you think about it, right, Google was the free Office because Microsoft had been scalping everyone for decades. And now they're like, reluctantly giving it away for free online when they could have done that for years. But I think they actually did have like Word and Excel for free for a long time. But they didn't advertise it because they wanted to get you on the £120 a year license fee. Yeah. I mean, that's how you make yourself one of the richest companies in the world, I think just having good product or service isn't enough anymore. You have to kind of have a diabolical you got to have a diabolical strategy, where it's like borderline unethical. It's probably why they're successful, because it's like demonic. There's aspects of demonic planning. LibreOffice is the previous versions of Office open source. There's also OpenOffice, which I think is like, yeah. There's so many different ones. I was a big fan of OpenOffice for a long time because it was like basically the same thing. I'd set up customers who didn't want to pay for Office with that because it's basically the same thing. Saves in the same file formats. You can open them. Nobody knows you don't. So. And then Microsoft were like, "We're bringing out DocX, guys. It's so much better than .doc. You're going to have to buy our new Microsoft Office with DocX." And then everyone was constantly calling me for years, "What the hell is a DocX? How do I open this?" It's like, oh man, Microsoft. But yeah. It's funny, I saw a video the other day, somebody booted up Microsoft, was it Windows 3.1 or Windows 98 or something? They booted up some old Windows and they were like, "Look, it all works. I can browse the internet. It's fine." And the thing is, you'd think, okay, cool. But what he was drawing attention to was the fact that a lot of the, advancement has not really been an advancement. It's not really like, if you just stuck with an old computer, it's fine. It's actually fine. Everything still works. It's not slow as well if you don't like clutter it up with a bunch of junk. Funny. So we've got our thing here now. Vibe Voice React Development Team Handoff. This document provides complete instructions for recreating Vibe Voice Studios, a React app named DJZ Vibe Voice. New application will mirror all existing functionality while leveraging modern React architecture. Okay, so now DJ's Levi voice, public, ding, ding, ding. Okay, so I'm going to take it now. Sometimes I'll go, oh, let's go in a new folder and start again. Yeah. And 2 different devs. Yeah, it sounds like Adblock Plus. It's the same story every time. It's the same story. 2 devs split. You got splitters. So now you've got the People's Adblock of Judea and the Judean Adblock Front. You know, but it's basically the same guys. Okay, it's a Monty Python reference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell him to execute this plan, right? And I'm not even going to bother moving. I'm going to do it right here, in here, yeah? And the reason is because I want him to be able to read the stuff. Right. So the question is though, I can make it even. I can make it cleaner. All right, let's go. So this is something. It's funny. It's an advanced technique. You open the folder above the folder because we opened the folder below the folder. We're gonna drag this down, and then Vibe Voice Studio is there, and then this one will go DJZ Studio right next to it. So that if it needs to look in there, it's in there, but it can easily, clearly understand from the logic of the structure alone that it's 2 separate things. Whereas if I had just gone ahead and done it in here, it's kind of all mixed together, and it will get it. High likelihood it'll just sort of, the train will go off the rails into the church, you know, etc. So what we're going to do, we're going to open up the thing and we're going to say, this is my favorite prompt, by the way, out of all prompts. We can execute the plan defined inside at handoff. That's my favorite prompt of all time because I've typed it so many times and because the plan is so good, it works. Does Klein still show $ above chat? Yes, it does. It just says 0 because we haven't done anything yet. So you can actually go back and work out. I could add up the exact cost of every single piece of the chain, and I could have a bill. I could bill. Well, look, between you and me, there is a cost. So there is a cost. So I've got to account for all of the things I spend. And obviously, if I spent $100 developing an app, then yeah, that's $100 I've got to account for, right? But it's easy to do because you've got the logs. You can add them all up. You can go to the bill with the supplier and the provider, rather, Open Router. They're very good. And like, if you really want to be accurate, yeah, what I would do is I'd create an API key for the job, because then you can look up exactly how much was spent on the API down to like the thousandth of a dollar. And then you know, if that's not accurate enough, I don't know what is. I don't know. But yeah, you got to account for it, because like I said, if you're going to spend $100 or $200 on a big AI project, that's a cost, man. That's a cost. It's like having to hire a drill, right? So, you know, it goes in the file. So yeah, it's an interesting thing to point out, because the costs are deductible, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Of course, they won't all be deductible 100% forever, so I would take advantage. I don't know what your local tax laws are, or if it even matters to you, but it's certainly worth consideration, because it's not cheap. You know what I mean? It's not cheap. Like, if I was doing grounds work, yeah, and I had to pay to water a lawn, for example, right? There's a cost involved. You know, it's your choice. You might say, oh, we'll water it for free. You know, we'll water the lawn for free. But there is a cost involved, right? So I'm just saying that, you know, it's one of the tools you need. But anyway, we spent 22 cents on making the plan. Okay. So we're going to execute that plan now. In fact, let's just make this bigger. Okay, current backend fast API, 11 endpoints, front end vanilla, CSS, features, architecture, monolithic front end that's perfect for React, migration, better state management, sure. A modern development experience with Vite. Oh boy, I can't wait. Project foundation, core infrastructure, day 2. Voice management, day 3. Text processing and generation, day 5. So this is always cracks me up. He'll be done in an hour. He won't be done in 9 days. Don't be silly. He's not going to sleep or take any breaks. I don't know about any of this stuff that he's going on about here. I'm not so sure that this is really like, oh, it's such technical advantages. I think, it's just building it in React. I don't see any advantage. It's just a different UI. But whatever, maybe I'm wrong. Core's already configured. Complex WebM conversion. Would you like me to do this? Yes. Let's go. Let's migrate to React. Which is a shorter way of asking for the same thing. But I find that, I could have just said, migrate this project to React. Right? You could have just said that. But I don't feel like it's as good. Because when you ask him to make you a plan, which is what I wanted to show you at the halfway point tonight, because when he makes a plan, it's like a shopping list. He's got to do that list. Keeps him on rails, stops him going nuts. And you can actually alter what he's going to do by editing the plan. Whereas if you just tell him to do it, he just does it. And you don't really know what he was going to do. Now, if you trust the process like I do, you're not too bothered about it, right? He's probably going to do the right thing. But you could stop him. So a good example would be the QA thing. I keep bringing this up. You can save a lot of token cost and get things done much faster if you tell him to not test it. So you say, line testing will be done by our QA team. Any testing steps you need to do, write them into this markdown document called QA test list, right? And so by doing that, he doesn't try to check every single thing he's doing, which is fine. It's, it's just I find sometimes he gets a bit carried away and or tries to test things he can't even test. Yeah? Because you have to do it, right? Alright. Uh-oh. But yeah, like I said, probably 20 to 25% of the task is testing. And he'll do testing in weird ways, like he'll write a script which will test the thing. And then he'll run this, so he'll write a script to test the thing, run the script to test the thing, see the response, use the response to do the fix, but then he'll leave everything there. Or then he'll delete the thing. It's just a lot of messing around. Fernie says costs should be deductible as you wouldn't charge a toll for every passenger in a single car. Deductible identifies the vehicle, the initial contributor, not each occupant. It's easy. It's a way to trace. Yeah, I think that certain items don't have 100% deduction, So I think that's what it is. Like, there are some things which are not even deductible at all. Luxury items usually. But obviously it's contextual with what it is that you do. So, if you trade in luxuries, then it's obviously it's different. So there's a bit of nuance. Is he already finished? What the hell? He's scaffolded already. Look at this. He's already doing npm install. If you don't deduct, the toll multiplies. Right. Of course. But I just mean, you know, like, for example, if you are in R&D and your company commissions you to do R&D on a project, and you do that project and you write up that report, there's your costs, there's the costs that were incurred by the report, all these stuff. It's really expensive, and there's no income from that. You know, you're not selling anything. Do you see what I mean? So it's like it's just a big cost. It's just suddenly you spent £200 that day. Gamblers probably lose money slower than this. All right, we're going to install Axios, React Hot Toast, and React Drop Zone. Sound like some cool video games. But yeah, like I said, it's quite helpful because a big issue with what we do is that if you do start to earn money, you'll suddenly find that your costs are very small. And that's not good planning. But I'm not, you know, an expert, so I don't, you know. It's a bit like when people talk about Bitcoin. You know, you may as well be talking about the weather. No one really knows. You know? You can draw graphs and you can show there's a cycle and stuff like that, but no one really knows, you know? Is it going to rain tomorrow? So you can say, oh, we've got all this science, we can figure it out, we've got satellites and AI. It's like, yeah, but you don't really know if it's going to rain tomorrow, though. They got like a margin of accuracy, you know? And we all know they get it wrong, so it's not like reliable or anything. So I just think, you know, sometimes all that stuff is like, no one can really tell you how it's going to be because... Oh! He tried to do all these commands and one of them was wrong. Get wrecked. Positional parameter cannot be found that accepts the argument src components common modal. So what are you talking about, Willis? Vibe Voice Studio, DJZ Vibe Voice. Wait a minute, what are you doing? Uh-oh. 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 Look at this. Okay, so this is the Vibe Voice Studio folder. Here's the DJZ Vibe Voice, right? So why is there a node modules here and a package JSON? Oh no. He's started building it. Oh no. He's still got himself in a twist. He's going to be complaining. I don't know which one is the real package. He'll say, I don't know whether to run it from here. Do I run it from here? I think you run it from here, okay? This is the project. But it's just weird because it's like, what was he doing? He's look, node modules. So wait, this one has 147 in it. This one has 40, so this one has less. So I would guess he tried to install Node here and then realized he was in the wrong folder, left the junk there, and started doing it in the right place. But that's just a guess. Token monster time. Yeah, exactly, yeah. He'll probably get to the end of writing the app, and he'll do that for like $1. So when he gets to $1, the app will be finished. And then he'll spend the next $7 rewriting my README over and over and over and over again to get to that $8 number. Because, you know, it's like you said yesterday, Dragon, we can't be letting people have apps for $1 when we could charge $8. It's not cynicism, guys. It's satire. I don't believe this stuff. It's just, you know, it's just a joke. It's Sod's Law, they call it over here in old Britain. Whatever is the worst thing that could happen is probably going to happen. So, and if it doesn't, happy days. So what was this? SRC components common modal. I need to check and see if that folder got made. So SRC components common button no modal. So, did he actually try to create that folder though? Yeah, he did. SRC components common modal. Do you know what? I'm going to help him out. So every now and then I like to do a little bit of charity work, so... Oh, whoa, hang on. Oh, wait a minute. No, no, be brave. Be brave. Create the folder. I just thought I'd try and help him a little bit. He's still making stuff though, so maybe he was going to get around to it later. I don't know. So far, so good. And like I said, because I'm doing this on the main machine, it's got access to the main GPU and all the rest, so it can just work, right? You can remote access into the machine and just use it. The only issue with remote access, sometimes the microphone doesn't work, right? So you can't do the whisper stuff or recording, for, you know what I mean? You'd have to use a file, basically. But that's not a big deal. You just record the file and transfer it and use that, so not a big deal. Oh yeah, that was the other thing we needed to look at on the Whisper side, was changing the model. Does it actually work? Whisper, Careless Whisper. Test. Model. Choice. Whisper. It's another thing I need to remember. Well, off it goes. And yeah, I'm just trying to think, what am I working on my other machine? I think the other machine was working on lyrics. Mostly. Now, obviously, I do want to add some bits and pieces to this app. Like the first one will be actual multi-speaker, because there is no multi-speaker implementation in this app. It's got single speak, and it works fine. And it had options for multi-speaker, but they weren't actually fully there. So that'll be the first thing I'll want to add, if it works. And then the other thing, of course, will be a super lightweight installation, so that, you know, you can just download the thing, open it, a bit like the other apps I make. I'll try and go that way. Vibe voice. Oh, my right page. Oh, okay, it's really small. What the hell is this? Dark mode, guys. So, wait. Voice management, text processing, speech generation, audio library. So if I said text, what happens? Nothing? Okay. Yeah, so this is clearly placeholder. Yeah, we're going to let him continue cooking. And maybe we'll get an update on that one tomorrow. So that's everything I got for you tonight, guys. Running up on the half-hour mark here for the 10:30. So thank you very much for watching. I'll be back at 8 p.m. tomorrow. We do switch it up every couple of days. So we've been doing a little bit of vibe coding and that kind of projects. But we go round in a great big circle on this channel. So if you're a regular, you already know. But if you're new, don't worry, we're not obsessed now with vibe coding. I like to run around in a big circle, as it were. So this will be going into TTS type territory, whereas sort of yesterday it was all LLM and you know, like documentation type stuff. So there it is. Thanks for watching. See you next time.